Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Gary Argo Show with your hosts, KSI Gary 7. There we go. So yeah, welcome. So today we're going to be playing a bit of GTA 5 while we're discussing lots of interesting things today. So first of all, Chicago, how you doing today? How you feeling? You feeling good? Oh yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's get out of here. All right, let's get out of this office. We'll go outside, get in the car. You can drive around for a bit while I tell these lovely folks about our interesting story that I've got for you all. So yeah, we're going to be doing a show every Sunday. Now the last show we did do for an hour, but this show we're going to reduce the time to half an hour. Oh my, somebody's at the door. What? Oh, for goodness sake. How do I buzz them in? Oh, I've got to speak to Caroline. Caroline, somebody's buzzing in.
Hi there.
Hi, Caroline.
How can I help you?
It's alright. Oh, I've already invited him into the office. Okay, so yeah, I've got an interesting story about a cowboy. A cowboy named Bud, actually. This cowboy is called Bud. He's a good guy. But yeah, so this cowboy is called Bud, and he was there on a nice Saturday afternoon. Sun was blazing, and there he was overseeing his herd of remote mountainous pasture in California. He's just there relaxing, with a beer maybe, or maybe a ginger ale or something, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, he sees a brand new BMW advancing towards him. Just sees a cloud of dust, and in the cloud of dust, there it is.
We've got a visitor.
Oh, Caroline, we've got another visitor. Okay.
Oh, hi. What do you need?
Yeah, so he sees this really nice BMW. So yeah, the driver was a young man in a very expensive suit. He had Gucci shoes. No reference intended about Veritas and his Gucci shoes. But yeah, he had Gucci shoes and Ray-Ban sunglasses and a YSL tie. And he leaned out the window and he saw the cowboy and he said to him, "If I tell you exactly how many cows and calves you have in your herd, will you give me a calf?" So Bud looks at the man. Sort of sees what kind of guy he is, and he can tell he's obviously a yuppie. And he looks at his peacefully grazing herd, and he calmly answers, "Sure, why not?"
We gotta make some.
So the yuppie, he parks his BMW right next to the outhouse, and he whips out his Dell notebook computer and connects to his singular Razer V3 cell phone, and he surfs to the NASA page on the internet, okay, where he calls up a GPS satellite to get an exact fix on his location, which he then feeds to another NASA satellite that scans the area in ultra-high resolution photo. Okay? Now,
Okay.
obviously, Bud, the cowboy's looking quite perplexed. He's thinking, what on earth's going on?
And I'll make it happen.
And then the young man opens the digital photo in Adobe Photoshop and exports it to an image processing facility in Hamburg, Germany. And then within seconds, he receives an email on his Palm Pilot that the image has been processed and the data stored. He then accesses an MS SQL database through an ODBC connected Excel spreadsheet with email on his BlackBerry, and after a few minutes, he got a response. Finally, he prints out a full-coloured 150-page report on his high-tech miniaturized HP LaserJet printer and turns to the cowboy and he says, "You have exactly 1,586 cows and calves." "That's right. Well, I guess you can take one of my cows," says Bud. All right. He watches, this yuppie select one of the animals and looks on with amusement as the young man stuffs it into the trunk of his BMW. So, yeah, weird situation. Weird situation. Now Bud says to the young man, "Hey, if I can tell you exactly what your business is, will you give me back my calf?" The young man thinks about it for a second and he says, "Okay, why not?" "You're a congressman for the U.S. government," says Bud. "Wow, that's correct," says the yuppie. "But how did you guess that?" "No guessing required," answered the cowboy. "You showed up here even though nobody called you. You want to get paid for an answer I already knew the question to. You used millions of dollars worth of equipment trying to show me how much smarter you are than me. And you don't know a thing about working people, making a living, or about cows for that matter. This is a herd of sheep. Now give me back my dog." And that's the story. Just, yeah, hold the pause there, alright?
I'm consistently losing to Fuzzy on this random game called Don't Cross the Line. And what a story, man. What a story. I also realized that midway through that, I did not include my audio. So,
Oh, great job, Chicago there.
yeah.
You know,
So,
always,
yeah, you know,
always rely on that
if
guy.
you were curious as to like where I was, you know, or like if anybody knew. So earlier when they said this is the Gary Ago show with your hosts,
Oh, wow.
Chicago or Gary and nothing for
you
like
know,
awkward amounts of silence.
That'd be funny for, you know, the viewers back at home.
Back at home. So number one, the singular phone is really what did it for me. You know, that's when you know you've made it. When you hit the singular phone, you know that you have made it to where you need to be. And the fact that it was a razor really killed me. And then I'm still laughing at the singular phone. That's got to be an old school story. It's got to be.
I mean, who knows?
But
who
I'm
knows?
digging it.
Who truly knows? But yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, you know, you never know. You never know what might happen. Yeah, when you're out in the sticks. You know, you never know what might happen. No, I'm just in my helicopter. Where are you two?
Oh, we're still in your apartment.
Oh.
And we are playing a game called Don't Cross the Line. If you would like to join us,
Oh my
it is
goodness.
actually really entertaining.
Boss, your exec assistant again. I don't mean to hassle.
Go
But
away.
this vehicle
Why is she
cargo
talking to you?
opportunity Hero Serve
Go away,
might be-
Caroline. God, she just keeps phoning me up.
And I just beat Fuzzy. All right. So, I guess I'll go ahead and open up my segment here. Today, I'm going to get a top 10 list of, you know, something a little different. Last time I did top 10 Call of Duties. This time it's going to be nothing to do with anything gaming related. I'm going to tell you the top 10 things you probably don't know about sloths.
Oh my.
So be ready for some interesting stories.
Oh yeah, I'm captivated already, man. Lay it on me.
And I'll go ahead and lay it on you guys the second this round ends with me and Fuzzy, because this is not a game that
I don't
is
know
able
what you're
to
talking
just be
about.
kind of put on the back burner.
Sorry guys, I'm coming into my
Go,
office
come
so I
sit
can
on the
find out what's
couch.
going on.
Yeah, come sit on the couch and have some fun.
Hell yeah.
Dang it! All right, lost that round. Okay, congrats to Fuzzy. We both quit the game. We were both like, this is garbage. All right, so top 10 things you probably didn't know about sloths. We're going to start off with number 10. Experts have trouble finding sloths' penises. You heard that correctly. They are difficult to find. Gary, you know all about that, huh?
Oh, for sure, man.
Number 9. They can walk off 50-foot drops very slowly. To be clear, it's not just that they fall out of trees. They have a remarkable, regenerative abilities. That means they can just walk off most injuries. So it literally, because they move so slow, they don't really like their injury doesn't really get worse. Good lord. Number 8, they're one of the few animals to have been given a C-section.
Oh wow, okay.
C-section on the sloth. Living the
Right.
dream.
I mean, that's good for the sloth.
It's the general.
Number 7, they're faster in water than they are in
What can I do for
land.
you?
That's good
How do you
news
choose
because they
between your
barely move
children?
on land. So,
Would never have thought
that's a
that.
Bring up your
curveball.
personal vehicle around right now.
Yeah, they're a regular Michael Phelps in the water. They just
Damn.
feel more at home. Um, Number 6, they use poor hygiene as of camouflage.
Right.
So unlike many animals, sloths not to groom themselves all that much and are noted as being filthy and indifferent to their own cleanness. This, as it turns out, is a deliberate tactic on behalf of the sloth to blend in.
Right. Okay.
So as the algae, grows on their skin, they blend in with the trees. That's I guess, but disgusting. 5, thanks to a caption, they can rotate nearly way around. So if you ever seen that, scary movie where the head twists completely around, they can do that. It's really impressive. I can. Nobody would be able to see me try. Number 4, they can't shiver or gain. That seems a little baloney to me, but although having a slow metabolism allows sloths to subsist on a diet of just a few leaves a day, it does mean they can't shiver to regulate body temperature.
Oh my. Those poor little guys.
Yeah, and right, they can't, and they don't gain weight, which is the dream, right? I think that's everybody's dream here. Eat consistently and don't gain weight.
But can they lose weight?
You're breaking into the unknown,
I mean,
and
are
I
we-
don't know if that's a question I
Are we
want to
breaking the
know.
fourth wall here? I mean,
I think we are. So we're breaking the 5th wall at this point. This is a we're in the Pentagon,
oh my.
and we're breaking the 5th wall.
Whoa. Okay.
So number 3, individual sloths enjoy different kinds of leaves. Obviously, this is not a ranking system because that's boring as compared to not finding their penises. Would have been number 1 for me because that's a weird, weird statistic. Number 2, number 2 on this list, they don't need to drink. As a
Oh, wow.
result of exceptionally efficient metabolism, sloths don't ever need to drink because they're able to absorb all the water they need simply through licking leaves. Just licking the leaves because of how slow their metabolism is, it works. They don't need to drink water.
Well, I mean,
This isn't to say that they can't. They
just don't
usually
really
will
fancy it.
drink out of, they it's just, they'll get a little sip of tea every once in a while, And number 1, this is a call to action, ladies and gentlemen. They need your help to keep dry. Sloths don't want much from life and
Hello,
need
this
very
is
little to
Pegasus
stay
Lifestyle
happy.
Management. How can I
Some
help?
leaves, a safe place to poop, these are basic things that you need.
Great. The aircraft for
And
you
perhaps,
at the nearest airfield.
pools
We
of
trust
water
you'll
to
be happy,
cannonball
sir.
into every once in a while, just to attract the females, get a little cannonball.
damn.
But yeah, sloths in the rainforest need little raincoats to keep dry, as they're too slow to get out of the rain, and their thick, matted fur makes it
Of
hard
course,
to dry
of
once
course.
once it stops. So if you guys, this is a call to action, ladies and gentlemen. Go out and make little jackets for these guys. This is a big deal. This is
look,
changing
right.
lives.
Hell yeah, and do you know what? We're going to do something really different now. Okay, we don't usually do this on the Gary Argo show, considering this is only the 2nd episode. Okay, but, we all need to band together and make these jackets for these poor guys, They can't do it themselves, so I'm calling upon everyone, all over the place, doesn't matter where you're from, to band together And just $5 a month, you can help these poor creatures get jackets and not freeze to death in the blistering cold. No, I'm joking, but, you know, on a serious note, you know, we should make jackets for them. But anyway, moving on, my second story. This is an interesting story about a poor guy. You know, don't know. Oh my goodness, don't know how he managed it, but you know, he managed to. Well, here's the title of the news story: Man lucky to survive after shooting himself in the heart with a nail gun. I mean, it happens. You know, you'll be there with a nail gun, doing stuff
To your heart. Just debating
I mean,
life.
you just accidentally point the nail gun towards your heart and fire it, and survive amazingly. I mean, that in itself is pretty incredible. But
Honestly, what I think happened is he was aiming it at somebody else, right? And
Right.
They obviously hit him with the force field, and it just bounced back at him. Like, they,
I mean,
you know,
hell yeah.
he tried to hit him with a magic missile, and they just returned with the, you know, with the
Yeah,
force field,
exactly.
and now they're set, you know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, this poor guy, all right. So, Doug Bergenson is his name, okay, and he was framing a fireplace when his nail gun fired, sending a nail ricocheting off the wood, and into his chest with the speed of a .22 caliber bullet. I mean, that's pretty brutal. How he survived, God knows. The 52-year-old, so that just adds to, you know, the amazement, the fact he's 52. You know, he's not going to have the strongest, you know, heart in the world. So the fact he survived is pretty incredible. But he's from Wisconsin, and he said he could only see an inch of the 3.5-inch nail sticking in his chest, and common sense told him not to pull it out. I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't have pulled it out either. That would have been pretty painful. This is a quote from Mr. Doug himself. I could see the nail moving with my heartbeat. It was kind of twitching with every heartbeat. I mean, you know, shoot something in your heart and you're still alive, it's going to move when your heart beats. Because, you know, your heart's moving. But yeah, I was frustrated because I knew I wasn't going to get home until late. And I couldn't get anything done. But I mean, let's be honest, that was probably the least of your worries. You know, you've got a nail sticking out your heart. And you're worried about getting back to finish your fireplace? Man, prioritise. God damn it, you know? So after driving to the hospital, yeah, he drove to the hospital, 10 minutes away. So I don't know, we're talking maybe 5 miles away. He says he started to feel more pain and he needed the help of a security guard to make it inside. So he got in the hospital, they did some x-rays, and they showed that the nail was a 1/16 of an inch, about the thickness of a piece of paper, from a major artery. So how close is that? It was a 1/16 of an inch of the thickness of a piece of paper from his major artery. That's absolutely mental. But he was rushed to the cardiovascular hospital by an ambulance, and he underwent open heart surgery. I mean, I think you would if you shot a nail into your heart. A wrong heartbeat, a wrong position, and he could have been a much more complicated problem than he was bargaining for, said Dr. Alexander Reutstein. He's quite fortunate from that standpoint. Dr. Reutstein added that Mr. Bergson's decision to leave the nail in place shows the great composure this gentleman had after a very bad day's experience. I mean, that's a pretty bad day's experience, shooting yourself in the heart. You know? Mr. Bergson spent...
Yeah, that'll do it for me.
And he only spent 2 days in hospital. He spent 2 days in hospital after having open heart surgery and went home. And he said, I feel pretty good. I'm back home doing things carefully. It was a pretty awakening experience. I think it would be. You know, I mean, God damn it. Hitting yourself in the heart with an nail gun.
Right, nothing makes you feel more awake than that, huh?
I mean, yeah, you want to start your day with a bang? Do that. Not that I'm, you know, saying
bang.
you should shoot yourself in the heart with a nail gun. You know, that would be very silly.
What a pun.
I mean, what a punny
With
pun.
a bang.
See, I made another pun. Oh, wow. But yeah, that was the story of Mr. Doug, who actually shot himself in the heart with a nail gun. Little story for you
Alright.
listeners to soak up there. So we're nearing the end of the show. We've got about 10 minutes remaining. Okay. We talked about some cool stuff. We talked about a cowboy named Doug. No, Bud. I forgot his name. Meeting that yuppie. Talked about your stuff, Chicago. What was that we talked about again?
Talk about some sloths.
That's
and,
it. Top 10 sloths.
Their their packages and their their ability to eat and drink and.
All right, so we're gonna move to the end of our show now, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do. Last time towards the end of the show, we did a thing where Chicago asked me a load of questions, and some of them were a little bit, a bit controversial, shall we say. But I've got a couple of would you rather questions for Mr. Chicago today. And just for the last 10 minutes, we're going to ask a couple of these would you rather. Obviously, I need to keep the content, as PG as possible. So yeah, trying to drive and read out these questions is quite difficult with one hand. But here we go. So first one for you, Chicago, right? Question number one. Would you rather lose all of your money and valuables or all of the pictures you have ever taken?
All of my money and valuables.
You'd want to lose all your money and valuables? Wow. Just goes to show you can't put a price on memories.
That's true. You can't put a price on those.
Alright, so, second question. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
Ooh. 10 minutes into the future of somebody else.
Yeah,
anybody but myself.
I'd go for that as well, because I wouldn't want to know my future.
Not even so much of that, but do you know how much you could help people at that point?
I mean, hell yeah. I'm just going to park up my
You
car
could be like,
here,
yo,
'cause driving
look, man,
and
you're going to shoot yourself in the heart with a nail in about
well,
9
yeah,
minutes
I mean,
and 30 seconds.
That could be, yeah, that would do it. All right, question number 3. Would you rather be famous when you are alive and forgotten when you die, or unknown when you are alive but famous after you die?
I don't even follow that question. You're going to have to repeat that one.
So I'll ask it again. Would you rather be famous when you are alive and forgotten when you die, or unknown when you're alive but famous when you die? So basically, would you rather be famous when you're alive but then forgotten when you die, or not be known and then when you die everyone know who you are?
The second one. Not be known, but then when I die, everybody knows what I was.
I'd go for that as well. Sort of your legacy will sort of live on. A bit like, people like Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury, all those, famous people.
Yeah, but those people weren't nobodies when they were alive.
Well, all right. Let's not pick holes in this. All right. Okay, question number 4.
I get you.
Question number 4. Would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something you didn't do or get away? Oh, sorry, I'll repeat the question. I read that a bit like an idiot. Would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something you didn't do or get away with something horrible you did but always live in fear of being caught?
I would... I'm
gonna take
the sketch road on this one. I'm gonna take the sketch road, and I'm gonna go option number 2. I would rather get away with something I did horrible and just live with the guilt. The only reason why is because knowing me personally, it would drive me insane to know that I didn't do it, but everybody thought I did. It would drive me insane. I would try to prove everybody wrong.
Okay, interesting. All right. Oh my God, I'm not going to ask that one. That's a bit... Whew. Would you rather live in the wilderness far from civilization or live on the streets of a city as a homeless person?
Oh, dude. In the wilderness, man.
Yeah.
Far from civilization. I don't like
Uh,
people, man. Some
could
people
make-
just, you know.
You could make a shack and live off the
There
land.
you go.
Live off the fat of the land, as they say.
Yeah. No, I'm down. I'm live off the land.
All right, here's a good one.
I would take that over anything else.
Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else, or work for yourself but work incredibly hard?
I'll do work for myself, but incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Something feels better about, you know, like working
Yeah.
hard. Even I mean, like, you know, when you're done, you feel like, you know, you can actually relax. Whereas
You
like
feel
when
like
you
you've
don't do anything, it
accomplished
feels like
something.
you're relaxing the whole time. Yeah, exactly. It almost makes those relaxing times feel better.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Big wheel, keep on turning. Proud Maverick, keep on burning.
All right, this is a good one. Would you rather be completely invisible for one day, or be able to fly for one day?
Invisible for a day, dude. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd
I'm
wanna
scared
be
of
invisible
heights.
for a day. Oh no, you'd be
I'm
safe.
a heights person, so flying would be insane, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like invisible would be cool because then you could just like, you know, sneak in to like a store, and then
All right.
right before somebody buys some Gucci shoes, you could snatch them and say it's a bad idea.
Hell yeah. All right, so I'm gonna ask another question. I wasn't gonna ask this one, but I'm just going to.
Okay.
Would you rather? Okay, so would you rather have sexual contact with your cousin but nobody knows about it, or not have sexual contact with your cousin but everyone thinks you have?
Not have sexual contact, but everybody
But
thinks I
everyone
have.
thinks you have.
That's I know it contradicts my previous statement about no, you know, like the prison or going to jail thing, but like
that's
that's family, you know, like no way. Can't do it.
Oh wow, good answer, man. Good answer. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
a
funny.
deal breaker for me.
All right, we'll do one more and then we'll sort of get out, move out of the show. So the last question I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Chicago, is: would you rather have an unlimited international first class ticket, or never have to pay for food at restaurants again?
International first class ticket.
Yeah, so
To
you
go
could go
anywhere.
you could
Anywhere
go
in the
anywhere you
world.
want, or have something that allows you to eat at any restaurant you want for free, anytime.
Oh,
Anywhere.
international ticket. International ticket.
Oh, really? You take the ticket?
Yeah, man. Visit you. You know.
Oh,
Visit. We have a couple members across the pond. No.
I knew you were
Visit
gonna
you.
say that.
Visit Hooters. Akame.
hell yeah! Have a little
You know,
party.
Those are some.
Yeah.
Those are some game changers in the community. You know.
Few curveballs
Go
thrown in there.
to Istanbul just because I like the name, not because I'm interested.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, that's yeah, dude, all day.
All day. I like it. I like it. All right. Wow. It's been an interesting show today, hasn't it, Chicago?
Yeah, I can.
I feel like it's been a
To
roller coaster
say
of
the least.
emotions. You know, we've had some good times and we had some bad times. But in all, you know, we're stronger. I'll shut up now. But yeah, good show. We learnt about sloths. We learnt about a guy shooting himself in the heart. And we learnt that Chicago would rather everyone thinks he had sexual contact with his cousin, but not actually having done it. So yeah, we've all learnt something new. Is there anything else you'd like
There you
to
go.
throw in at the end here, Chicago?
I mean, honestly, guys, I just want to say thank you for coming out. Anybody who watches this on YouTube later, thank you for coming and watching episode number 2. If you guys could drop a comment and let us know what you think what you guys want us to talk about, anything like that. We'll kind of be monitoring the comment section as well. just to add some extra features to it, whatever it may be, add some extra content, and we'll be looking in the future to potentially adding some special guests onto our show as we talk, and
Oh yeah.
kind of go from there. But thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, subscribe. Subscribe to the Twitch if you can, $5.99 a month. You get a hell of a lot for it. Haven't really got enough time to explain it all right now, but yeah, make sure you subscribe. It's well worth it. $5.99 a month, $4.99 a month even, and it all goes back to the community. So you'll get back the money you put in. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've been KSI Gary 7,
And I'm KSI Chicago 7.
and we'll see you next week for the Gary
I'll
show. Cheers, guys. We'll talk to you soon.